Hey YouTube, it's Kristin. You're watching Chatterbox Budgets. Thank you so much for joining me for a video today. I hope everyone is doing well. It is Sunday, April 3rd, 2022. It's about 3 p.m. here in Salt Lake City, Utah. And we are going to do my weekly check-in for the 4th week of March, which goes from the Tuesday the 22nd until Thursday the 31st. Now this is my second time uploading this video today. I did it earlier and I did watch it before I uploaded it, but I did not notice until after it had already uploaded and I went to watch it again that everything was sideways. So apparently, I don't know how I missed that. I usually watch the screen to make sure that it's still on the, whatever you call that. Is that the panoramic? Anyway, not panoramic. What's the view of that? Anyway, widescreen. I don't know what it's called. Anyway, so I didn't realize until I started to watch it again. So if you're one of the 2 people who had already seen this video, I apologize. This will be very repetitive, but hopefully I can make it interesting enough to make it worth it. So I'm an hourly employee who's paid bi-weekly. However, I do budget monthly and I'm a month ahead in covering my expenses. So everything that I'm paid for in March was covered from the income from February, and then my paychecks from March are going towards my expenses for April. And I divide my months into 4 weeks regardless of how many days or Fridays there are in the month, and it's been working really well for me. I was a little bit concerned about March because of the fact that it was a little bit longer for the last week, but it seems like it went really well. So it goes from the 1st to the 7th, the 8th through the 14th, the 15th to the 21st, the 22nd to the 31st this month. February worked out great. It was actually perfect because it was exactly 4 weeks. But anyway, okay. So let me zoom in. And you'll hear my cat meowing because he wants some attention, but too bad. Earlier when I filmed this, I sat here with for a half hour with him on my lap, and he's got claws. So I have little scratches on my legs now, but that's okay. He's adorable. All right, so on the 22nd, I have a expense for $140 out of my personal care fund. That was for my hair appointment at my sister's salon. She is an extremely talented stylist and worth every single cent that I pay her. I did budget more than that, but that's what it ended up costing, so I put the extra $60 towards my next hair appointment. I usually go in once every 6 weeks for a full color, well, I don't know if it's a full color, but basically a color and a cut and all that stuff. So it's a little bit of a longer appointment, and then 6 weeks later I usually go in for a trim, so which is also a cut, but there's no coloring involved. So anyway, that was just extra information you probably didn't need, but to me, that's self-care and it's worth every cent. It's also really nice because I get to spend that time with my sister. And most of the time it's one-on-one. This time my mom was there, so I got to spend time with my mom and my sister, which was fun. Okay, so on the 24th, we've got Netflix for $19.99. That came out of the fee category. There was a deposit for $1,280.79. That was for my paycheck. That is what's left over after all of the deductions I have taken out, anything for my savings, all those things. So that's how much went into my paycheck or my checking account. Then there was a transfer to Venmo for $350. That's to my Venmo Cash app. That is half of the unscheduled expenses for April. I try to transfer half of it each paycheck. That way it's already there and ready to go when the new month starts. I used to do it when I was budgeting by paycheck. It takes a week for the funds to clear and post into my Venmo account. And so sometimes it was kind of tight, but now because I'm doing it for the next month, it doesn't matter how long it takes to post to the account because I didn't need it till the 1st anyway. So, okay, on Friday the 25th, there were 2 contributions to my health savings account. Both of them were for $57.69. One was from my employer, one was from me. And I count that as income because that's what it is. And then on the 26th, we have Walgreens, $78.99 from the health category. That was for some medication. My son has been sick, and so he finally got his new HSA card, which I had to order because the other one got misplaced. And so it took a while to get there. Well, it took a while. Anyway, I don't know why I'm explaining this, but so he was stocking up on medication. He has allergies every year this time of year, and he had been sick too, so I'm not sure which thing fixed it, but he was feeling much better after, so worth every single penny. And he's on my medical insurance until he turns 26. That's a company policy. He also is on my HSA right now. So, okay. Oh, and I should mention my company contributes $700 a year to my HSA for him and $700 for me. So I feel like that's funds that are available for him to use for what he needs for as long as it's medical or glasses or whatever. Okay. On the 27th, we have Audible for $16.03. That was from fees. 28th, we have Prime Video for $7.50. That was for Prime BritBox, which is one of my channels I pay for. We've got Google One, $2.99 from fees. That's for one of my email accounts, the storage and everything. Vasa Fitness, $16.09. That came from the fitness category, and I'm sorry, the health category for my gym membership. Then Walmart, $11 from the personal care category. That was for over-the-counter, behind-the-counter asthma medication that my dad picked up for me. He actually brought it to me on the 25th, but I forgot to transfer the money to him through Venmo until the 28th. And then Best Buy, $104.43 out of the shopping category. I had purchased some stuff from Best Buy last month, well, in February, and one of the items I purchased were some Galaxy Buds Pro, or whatever they're called. They're the completely wireless earbuds. I got them because I do have hearing issues, and so they were supposed to provide amplification and things like that, so I wanted to have that. They're almost $200. But they were too heavy for my ears, so I went back to my other wireless earbuds that aren't completely wireless, but they're good enough for me, and took those back. So I had a credit to my Discover card for that. Also, Best Buy gave me a $50 gift card and also a $25, I had $25 in rewards, rewards, yeah, anyway. So I was able to apply the $75 that I had that was Best Buy, basically, wow, I can't even talk. Best Buy funds towards buying a 7-inch tablet, the Galaxy Tab, the A7 Lite, I think, to use for reading. So I do have a bigger tablet that I purchased in February. It's a 10-inch, and it's the Samsung Galaxy 8 with the 10-inch screen. But I cannot use that for reading because it's too heavy for my hand. And so, like, when I'm trying to read a book, it's like I wanted something that was book sized. So I use that extra money to get a newer or a different tablet. I have an older one, but it stopped working. So I had to get something else. And I do read enough to make it worth it. Okay. The 29th, Capital One, $19.99. That was a transfer. That was to cover the Netflix fee from the week before, just paying off on my credit card. Venmo Visa, $13.08. That was to cover the rest of the expenses from the Wednesday, the 16th. It took about a week for everything to finalize on my account because I did do some, I added some stuff to my order later, and also there were some things they were out of stock on. And so it just takes a little while for everything to get, reconciled. So that was to pay off that credit card, and that came out of my Venmo Cash App. This one came out of my checking account. And then Chase, this is my Amazon Prime Rewards credit card, $16.03. That was to pay for the Audible that was charged to the credit card on the 27th. And then on the 30th, we have State Farm, $59.95 for my auto insurance. And then also for State Farm, $7.16 for my home insurance. And then Prime Video, $6.42. That is for the Prime, it's the PBS Masterpiece channel that I pay for. And then Franklin Planner, $30.62 for my shopping category. I had been able to give my mom some stuff to use for a planner, some extra stuff that I had. And then after that, I was able to purchase some more. I just purchased some more things to basically replace what I had given her because I didn't think I would use it. But after she left, I was thinking about, I'm like, well, I need that calendar because it's basically one that I had purchased to cover the last half of the year because I'd messed up on some of the stuff. Anyway, so that's Franklin Planner tends to be a little bit of an addiction for me, but in this case, I was actually purchasing stuff that I had that was basically needed to be replaced. Where before I've been purchasing planners just to replace planners that I had messed up on. And anyway, so it was worth it. I also do have rewards cash for Franklin Planner, so that went towards that too. I did have to pay for shipping since it was a smaller order. Usually I order $75 or more, and that's free shipping. Okay, that's it for the month on the expenses overview. So we'll go to the weekly record, if I can remember where it is. Okay. Yay. All right. And you won't be able to see the categories, so I'll just go over them. So for week 4, this is my scheduled expenses on the top, my unscheduled expenses at the bottom. Scheduled are things that have a set due date, a set dollar amount, and then unscheduled are things that have a budgeted amount, but I don't know when I'm going to spend it or how much will be used each time. So, and I also have irregular expenses, which are my freedom funds, which are my version of seeking funds. So for my auto insurance, I started with $60. I spent $59.95. I have $5 left to go to savings. My cell phone, there was $5 left. That'll go to savings. Electricity, nothing was left. Internet, $1.42 was left. That'll go to savings. Natural gas, nothing's left. Water, sewer, and trash, there was $17.25 left. That will go to savings. Why am I over so far? Oop. I probably could zoom in more, but oh well. And then for annual fees, I didn't have any annual fees due in March, so that $70 will go to savings. And then for subscriptions, I started with $97.68. I spent $46.93. That left me with $50.75. And that will go to savings. And then for gym and fitness, I started with $17. I spent $16.09. That left me with 91 cents. Home insurance, we started with $8. That we spent $7.16. I don't know why I said we. 84 cents left. That'll go to savings. There was 5 cents left for rent. That'll go to savings. And then loan payment, I already made the loan payment at the beginning of the month. Oops, sorry, you can't see that. So $69.29 was left over. That's the difference between my previous personal loans monthly payment and the new one. And so I plan on making an extra payment. I'm not exactly sure when. So the total amount that we started with for week 4 for my scheduled expenses was $345.69. Spent $130.13, leaving me with $215.56 at the end of week 4. And that will all go to savings for my scheduled expenses. And then for my unscheduled expenses, for gas and fuel, I started with $30. That's still there. For food and dining, I started out negative $5.58. I did spend quite a bit of money on food delivery the first week of the month. So that definitely put me over. But $5.58, I didn't spend anything this week. So that's how much I ended up negative. And that actually is really good considering I thought for sure it was going to be like $80 negative. So that was really good. And that's just covered by all the other stuff that I have over that I didn't spend. So for household, $31.30. That's how much is still there. Miscellaneous is $20. That's still there. Personal stuff, $33.11 to start with. Spent $11. So I'm left with $22.11. For pet stuff, which is their daily care items, started with $78.31. Didn't spend anything. We were left with $78.31. So the total amount for my unscheduled expenses to start with was $184.14. Spent $11, leaving us with $176.14. So overall, total for my planned expenses, $532.83 to start with. Spent $141.13, I think. I can't read my own handwriting. And so we're left with $391.70. So, and you can't even see that. I am so sorry. I am looking in the camera, I promise. I just keep looking down and then not really looking back up again right away. So what I'm doing for the month of April is I'm going to combine everything, all of my totals that are left over, into one big, huge pile, virtual pile, and then redistribute everything because I'm going to do a different budgeting style for the second quarter of the year. So all of this would go to savings, but in this case, I mean, it did go to savings, but I'm still going to put it all together and then just use it where I need to use it. I'm actually switching over to You Need a Budget, the YNAB, their app program, whatever. And so it's gonna be really cool. I'm excited about it. It'll fit the way that I budget really, really well. Okay. So for irregular expenses, like I said, this is Freedom Funds. The total amount for health and fitness is actually incorrect, and I meant to change that before I started filming this again. It's supposed to be, where'd it go? Sorry, $78.99. Okay. So I accidentally added in my gym membership when I did this the first time, so that's wrong. So really quickly. Okay. I'm just adding up how much I've spent for health for the month, just so I can see. This calculator is not very good. Okay, so $250. That makes sense because that's how much my gym's fee is. Anyway, sorry about that. Then I need to add up these two. So, okay, $70. Da-da-da-da-da. Whoops. So, and then over here, $250. Sorry, I should have done this before I started recording, but I did not, so here we are. Okay, I can't, that's so bad. Okay, so anyway, sorry about that. So I did not spend anything in week 4 out of my auto care fund, my entertainment fund, gifts, pet care, or travel fund. I spent $78.99, or we spent $78.99 out of the health care fund, or health fund. That's on my health savings account. So that's what it's intended for. We have just like $1,200 on there. There's actually, and I add, the $60 every payday from 2 different sources. So, and then $140 for personal care. That was for my hair appointment. And then shopping, we spent $135.05 total. And so the total amount spent for week 4 for my irregular expenses, my freedom funds, was $354.04. So for health, the total for the month, I spent $250.28. For personal care, I spent $140. And then for shopping, because of the credit that I had to Best Buy back in on the second week, and the one they went to my Discover card, I really only spent $94.11 in March, because the other amount had been covered or accounted for in February. Okay, so total amount for the month out of my freedom funds was $484.39. And again, part of that, actually $250 of that, is my health savings account. So that's money that I can't use for anything else. And so I really actually feel really good about that. I feel like I want to have $1,000 on my health savings account as like an emergency fund for medical things. And it's gotten really well. I do need to go to the chiropractor, so that will take some of that, but I'm trying to figure out a way to have it spread out so that it's not quite so bad. Okay, that should be everything. I hope you guys are doing well and having a wonderful weekend. Hope everyone's taking care of themselves. I'm supposed to be having a self-care weekend, and I've been trying, but doesn't always work out the way I hope. Weekends seem to go way too fast. There's never enough time, and that's true for all of life, I guess. Hi, Zeusers. And I'm going to go take Zeusy outside because he's asking very nicely to go outside. He's so sweet. He gives me his paw when he wants to go outside, and then if I don't take him out right away, then he starts to lick my foot. So, all right, you guys, I'll be back in a couple of days to show you my spending plan or budget for April, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.